side, which looked good for Oasis, but a couple of seconds have passed. Hold on! Next save!
Lost it by now, but right behind you around Messi does it. I think you're
Get to that way, but turn around side, takes the run. Walking into it, trying to hold it. Get the woman!
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Kin. Alongside with me is Mr. Sneaky Frog. And welcome to the Farlight 84 Scrimmages na inahandog ng Naos Esports. We're excited to host these lobbies for aspiring pro teams and actual teams who are already in the FTC. Tonight, we're going to drop into Sunset City once again. Pero first, rinig naman natin na it is going to be mobile pa lang naman ngayon dito, Sneaky Frog.
Yeah, we're just gonna keep it on the phones for now. Of course, mamaya pa yata yung mga PC players natin darating para dito sa games natin. But, yeah, pretty hyped to drop into Sunset City indeed, especially with some new things coming around with some characters having some changes that can really change the mode of what we can see dito sa Farlight.
Yeah, because of those updates recently from a few weeks back, still the meta changed for a bit. We have seen Young play for a little while right now, and I guess it is going to be one of the very viable agents that can support your attackers as well. But before all of that, Naos has announced for a few days now the Dominator VALORANT tournament, which they have a 101,101 prize pool for the pesos. And kung aspiring ka naman dito na pro team or a Valorant or just, a Valorant player as well, links are in the description and in the Naos socials. You can join now, and the dates are going to be around late October starting in October 21.
Yes, sir. And hopefully we do see the best of the best in terms of the teams there entering said Dominator tournament. But yeah, I mean, the changes for some of the agents here, especially with the increased prevalence dito ni Young rather, I think we're gonna see a whole lot more information being conveyed dito sa ating mga players, and especially knowing na these teams really do value that type of stuff, and especially with yung very annoying na vision impairment na ginagawa ni Tropang Young. I think that can really change fights in an instant, no? Especially alam mo naman, like half your screen goes black basically at this point.
Yeah, and that mobilization as well from other agents, and when your vision is limited from the instant, you're already at a disadvantage. But we have to thank for the people, for the sponsors who are making this possible. We have Merimart. They are a one-stop shop for all of your grocery, cosmetic, and pharmaceutical needs. You can visit them at merimartwholesale.com. They also have same-day delivery, so napaka-convenient nga naman talaga niyan dito, Sneaky.
Yes, sir. And we also have MTech. Of course, MTech is a gaming peripheral brand which strives to equip gamers with the best gear tailored to their style, enabling them to dominate. They've released the MTech Levi mouse and Levi mouse pads. Go to mtechshop.com to get your Levi gaming peripherals now.
And if you want your Naos team jackets and jerseys, you can visit them at deltasportswear.com.ph so you can get that Naos drip. Thanks to Delta Sportswear for making these community nights as possible.
Yes, sir. And we do have, I think we might have one more. Yes, we do have Hotel 101. Of course, stay in a comfortable and safe environment with Hotel 101. All facilities are regularly sanitized and maintained, offering a safe and happy stay for you. Reserve a room now at hotel101manila.com.ph.
Yeah, but before all of that, we want to say thank you and we want to make sure that you guys are following the Naos socials. They're everywhere. You can just check the description below for the links, and if you want to join the fun, hindi lang kayo nanonood dyan, you're actually in the action, you can come join the Naos Discord. Once again, check the description below for all of the links dito, Sneaky. But before all of that, Farlight84, what can you say about this new game na kung saan first game pa lang naman natin mukhang again northern side ang ating pipiliin ng mga players right now?
Yeah, not much presence dito sa Sanctuary Tower or sa Riverview Park. I think that's gonna be a later rotation para sa mga teams natin, especially Team 11 here, who can just loot up very quickly dito sa north side and then just go all the way going into south to get plenty of loot. But there's gonna be an early contest already dito sa Carnival, dito sa ating game, which is gonna be a bit worrying noon. Already one respawn pod is already popped para dito sa Squad 4. Not good news for this fight at all.
Yeah, solo squad. So, matapang-tapang dito sa page against NCG for Nigagi here, dropping right above Aliyah. So, if he can get some pretty valuable loot, he can actually take him down. Kasi almost certainly, bago-bago pa lang dito ang kanyang drop. Pero they heard each other, so they're going to get a crouch right now. Look at the kill feed. Naos dito, nawalan na naman ng isa. Pero Carnival, not so much action. But speaking of that, Aliyah goes and the backstab. But Age expected but lost that gunfight. So babay agad dito ang nagsosolo squad.
Yeah, I mean, Aliyah not just killing him once, but killing him twice dito sa game natin. And despite having the Porcupine, even the green armor upgrade initially off of the drop, yun lang, the Bad Rabbit cannot do enough damage dito kay Aliyah. Has already kitted up all the way after looting that entire north side ng ating Carnival. Na yun lang, yung kailangan talagang magaling kang bumaril pag nag-drop ka dun sa Carnival, or else you are just gonna basically fall down.
Speaking of drop, katabi dito ni Pau 2K is in mute, but he is actually AFK, so that is an easy kill for him. Pero mukhang hinahabol siya dito. Look at the minimap. Some players from Squad 12 are just running and trying to hunt Pau 2K out. Napakalayo niya sa kanyang mga kapitito, Sneaky, and that numbers advantage and just no loot. He is already out. 90 seconds na dito. 3 minutes. So if his people, his clanmates can, try to revive him. Pero I guess they're on the other side of the map. Napakalayo nga naman talaga. So I guess they need to avenge him one way or another.
Yeah. And however, Naos only losing one member, pero medyo matagal-tagal pa naman yung revive ng kanilang tropa dito. So I think they're gonna be fine. Just circling around yung mapa natin and looking for that player para makakompleto sila as apat at least for this last circle. But we are gonna pan on over dito sa my hotel side natin, and we are seeing HKPV already up to 5 kills dito sa game natin, and they are just clearing out itong entirety of hotel to get that additional XP. Pero meron pa nag-aaway dito, and unfortunately Satoru is gonna go down. Instant turnaround galing sa side ng NU4S, pero sila pala yung hunting dito ng HKPV. And 8 kills para sa squad 8, pero ayun lang, Stair gonna go down, and that's a good scenario para sa side ng HKPV. I think there could be another squad rotating galing sa backside nila dito, pero alam nilang looted sila dito.
Kahit naman sabihin mo nagkokonti sila dito, they're trying to get their health up, but I guess their utilities and their loot is pretty much on an advantage compared to the other players, especially kay Nakagi dito. Pero mukhang Naos is going to be handling this Iris Ranch area and going up against XBPZ. Nakakarinig sila dito ng konting automobiles with the Boar Spider, so they're going to be meeting them once again. And Quavo inching out. And XBB holding all the angles dito in this very tight corner. Mukhang hindi pa na-expect dito na now. So they need to know and have the awareness. Pero I guess they're just gonna let them go. And do not, and
We need to
not
have a
unnoticed
plan,
talaga dito.
Pwede sila mag-drop ng scan dito tapos ma-expose yung buong XPBZ squad. Pero Naos, I think they have a slight idea of what's happening here. And i-check lang nila. Dito na yung scan ni Cypher. There it goes. That's the first kill para dito kay Kong. Roji mahuhulog agad right after that instant ultimate dito sa loob. Na-trap lahat ng tao ng XPBZ. And ito ang power ng Lucinda, pare. You can just drop, or rather, ang power ng Cypher, you can just drop that ultimate dito sa loob. And wala silang choice, wala silang ability, wala silang dash. They just gotta tank it on the inside.
Yeah, pair that up with the ulti from Sunil. So this is like a double damage. Konting-konting namamatay sila from that shield, from that EMP. And nade-deteriorate yun one way or another. And sobrang buff ng damage and ng speed kanina na binibigay ng Sunil. So it's already a done deal for them dahil nakaupo lang sila doon. That was a prime spot for an EMP from the Cypher. So now it's just squad wipe then with an E. So now kukunin na nila ang mga shields dito, which is an economy, a commodity na kinakailangan talaga dito.
And Guzmad might have to pump some shields here just in case na meron pa silang fight right ahead of them. Pero si Chibs, I think that's an off drop dito lang sa taas ng hot rod ni Todd. And yeah, it seems like there's already a team occupying this NCG, though gusto nila i-contest, pero may papapansin ba nila si Lexus? I think they do. They spot si Lexus dito and he's gonna be surrounded, pero meron pa naman siyang dalawang dash. That's fine. White Rabbit can do a bit of damage here, pero baka mahuhulog na lang yung tropa natin dito. Pero Lexus just surviving, pero nasa na yung retaliation ng OBX.
Yeah, Sucre is a pretty prime spot dito. Pero mukhang masyado atang makatay ang kanyang kinakalaban dito. Lexus already out. Nikage is trying to clean everyone from OBX ESP. Pero mukhang ito na, Sucre is going to handle this with all by himself and no one to cover him up. Actually, meron nasa ilalim. Pero mukhang tumalon na lang si dito for Pabi jumping AK. That is him. Down already. And si Duda doesn't know what to do against orange shields with only a Mad Rabbit and an M4 and a green shield. So, like, mahirap na talaga dito in terms of the loot for OBX to even fight up against Nakagi dito.
Yeah, and yun yung power ng AK-47, no? Despite the Sunil and White Rabbit combo being very, very good, mahirap talagang kalabanan yung ganun na damage. You can see the 100-0. Positioning wasn't too bad galing sa side ng OBX, no? Kasi maganda naman yung idea if Lexus was not spotted, but at the same time, could have been, I would say, a lot better executed, no? Kung may maybe a Cypher ultimate was ready siguro para sa yung team na yun.
Yeah, but yung kung maidadala nila doon, yung positioning alongside with that numbers advantage. Siguro nagulat na lang sila doon because the War Spider just went and wrapped around the players. Even nga, nasabi mo na nasa positioning na sila doon, they had the head glitch, they had the height advantage, but they're all spread out. So even when masyado ata sila maganda is nagkakaroon na lang sila ng konting positioning, but no one is there to back him up if one dies or gets down instantly. So that was the one thing that happened for Nakage.
For sure. Pero ayun nga, no, Nakage just I think 2 or 3 straight fights galing sa kanila dito, just clearing the entire south side ng ating mapa, which is very resource heavy, no, especially pag tumaan ka pa dito sa mall. And it seems like itong NCG is taking full advantage of that rotation, getting so much shield XP. And pagdating nga dito sa Todd, no, meron pa sila makukuha ng additional na at least 3 machines pagdating dito sa ating shields, of course. And pag tumaan pa nga sila dito sa ating Tin Man, then they're gonna get a lot more shield XP kahit nasa ground lang yun.
Yeah. Kung makita nga natin kanina, si Chibs was there all by himself, just above the Todd's hot run. Wala na siya magagawa doon. He just needs to vulture his way up and scavenge some of the leftovers na para man lang makapag-survive into the game. But once again, that technical issues during that first game would probably lead us to a break. So guys, don't leave. We will just have a quick break from now on. And ngayon nagbabalik na dito, we can see that Bart is trying to, revive Aliyah dito. Siya kanina yung pumapatay ng other players. But again, Kina is there up against Naos and Quavo is dancing around Kina. And I guess Nikage is trying to live out this gunfight as much as possible. Pero mukhang Naos and the other gangs as well, we are actually having a fun fest here around the outskirts of Motel dito. Sneaky, many squads, 4 squads are here converging in this tight little spot.
Yep, and Bert is still in this corner as well. Pero grabe naman, look at the aggression galing sa side ng Naos. They want this entire spot for themselves. Si Mac wala ng armor, having to back off all the way dito sa building. And Kuya Jess, kailangan niya na mag-pump ng med kit immediately. But the damage is already in, and Naos also getting a bit wounded dito sa buong situation natin. Young Cypher ultimates dropped at the same time and trapped na yata sa loob ng bahay, which you don't want to be in when a Cypher is present. Pero Naos, they're taking it very slow. I think they've already lost another member on the board dito. Kuzmad already with 3 kills. Medyo malayo yung positioning ng mga tropa natin dito. Pero Aliyah dito sa corner with already 2 kills. Pero an invader doing just a bit of damage. Whole lot of red sa kanyang harap dito. And even the Rocket Tarantula trying to rain down some damage. Pero merong res na mangyayari dito coming in from Squad 1. And ayun nga, makakuha pa yata sila ng isa pang member dito. They do have the drop for that situation, pero bit of a spicy situation na nangyayari dito sa ating circle.
Kahit naman sabihin natin na maraming nangyayari doon, I guess Nakage is sitting pretty dito just outside of the zone. But I guess they will probably meet HKPV here if HKPV is looking to get a piece of the action. And actually, I guess, nagkatitigan na nga sila doon. But the proper decision is just let them be and let the zone converge in on them. Pero mukhang they're going to their own separate ways, the opposite of the direction that Nakage is looking to go. And nagsastroll lang sila dito.
Pwede pa naman sila umikot ng malayo dito kaso medyo mahirap considering that bridge is gonna be watched by at least 2 or 3 squads, no? Pero there's still a big chance. VVXC just trying to expand their land here para pati yung coast nasa kanila rin ang control. Pero kailangan din nilang kontrolin yung bridge dito bago kunin ng kahit anong ibang team. And I think mauuna sila, but they have to be careful about their backside just in case na meron pa magagaling sa Tin Man. Pero HKPV, they take the long route around, pero they're gonna bump into NCG possibly.
Yeah, 2 teams pa dito ang NCG. They have probably more players actually going around here. Pero Naos, nawala na dito naglaho, and that is Vichy executing them from this game. Now, yes, Gavin is going to roll out of this Sunflower Shopping Mall. Nakita niya na napakaraming kalaban dito. So I guess Nakage is going to try to put this hamster ball out. Pero masyado ata siya maraming kinakalaban din. Gavin, that is another squad wipe for Nakage as well. Mukhang gugustuhin na nilang tapusin ito as 5 squads are going to remain here. And now they're going to beat the 8th squad right in front of them right now.
Yeah, it's already so much orange on our screen, so it's gonna be hard to kill most of the players here para sa side ng NCG. Plus, they have the Rocket Tarantula pang cover ng mga open angles natin just in case na may gustong dumaan. And they're already starting to clear out some of these angles, especially itong HKPV. Nasa baba lang ng ating bridge. And even with the additional drops na nakikita natin dito, I think they have an exact idea kung nasaan naman ang ating HKPV squad, and they want to get the immediate finish bago silang mag-fight para dito sa last circle natin. Pero medyo delikado considering NCG looking on the horizon already.
Yeah, looking at the horizon. Pero I guess Majo does not even notice someone is going to beat the below. Pero actually, he is a bit aware of what is happening since tumatakbo naman pala si Satoru dito. So, as the zone will converge in about 40 seconds, Nakage is just gonna hold this spot right just outside of the bridge. Pero Vici is going to be on the other side trying to sandwich one of the teams here, which is mahihirapan na talaga dito ang isang nakagiswa dito because two squads are converging from the north and the south side from them as well. With full force nga naman sila dito, and kahit sabi mo tatlo lang ang natitira for both of these players, mukhang ito na ang gagawin nila Kiko and Kina as well, and Majo. Binato na dito ang EMP with a scout as well. Kina is taking a bit of a damage. No shields. Majo will take him out with a Uzi. Throws the EMP. Aliyah jumping in, trying to save his teammates. Pero ang binato na dito ang blind. And that is what Young can do. And that one piece of utility is the demise of that thing. What a thing. Pero mukhang eto na ang gagawin ng Vici, trying to close out this game dito, Sneaky.
Yeah, that is definitely balanced. Pero yun nga, rest of the squad's already starting the fight already para sa final spot ng ating zone. But the Rocket Tarantula doing so much damage, raining on hell dito kay Kramers. Dapat nagstay ka na lang dito sa loob considering the Rocket Tarantula was kind of obvious dito sa ating horizon. Pero yun na nga, Kiko with the SMG doing so much damage, switching to the White Rabbit at the end. And it feels like they're gonna be the victors dito sa ating game. And Wovik, Pabi, Kiko, Majo taking the first dub.
Nakage with a very, very, interesting piece of utility na binato ni Young that enabled them to win that second to the last gunfight. Pero kahit naman sabihin mo, props off to them for not letting the aggressiveness of VG take them out already. 1v1 or one squad versus one squad down to the wire talaga dito. Kahit sabihin mong they're, recuperating from that last fight, I guess they were ready. And binato na nga nila, and they did some barrages with the Tarantula. And that enabled them to, pepper and kite them out even just for a second. And those few precious seconds were the determining factor that gave them a bit of health, a bit of shield para makipagpalagan doon agad.
Yeah. Grabe, they just kind of cut off the entire south side ng ating mapa for themselves dito sa game natin. So I would say NCG just doing a good job rotating back actually. They actually started dito sa mall, rotated papunta dito sa Todd just to clear some players here for the sake of loot, and then bumalik pa nga sila pabalik dito sa ating mall and just camped out itong zone the entire time and just waited for the perfect opportunity para dito sa ating last fight, even bringing in the Rocket Tarantula, knowing na meron silang man disadvantage dun sa fight na yun. So I would say just a good job in terms of positioning para dito sa ating squad 9.
Yeah, they needed to, throw everything that they can para man lang makapagkaroon ng chance doon. And that first game, but once again, that is just the only first game pa lang naman dito for the mobile. We have 2 more, so don't go out. Just get your drinks because we're just going to have a quick break before we go on to our second game.
side, which looked good for Oasis, but a couple of seconds have passed. Hold on! Next scene!
Boxed it by Naos, but right behind the round, Messi does it. I think you're right.
He checked it halfway, but turned around the wrong side. Sends direct. And now walking into it, trying to hold it. Get the whooping!
It's the return of Kian and Snaky Frog for the second game of this night's Farlight 84 Scrimmages for the mobile version. And nakita na natin kanina how Nakagi was able to pull off a very exciting and close-knit win kanina up against Vichy for the last few seconds of the game na ayun, we saw how much Young can bring to the table nga naman talaga dito, Snaky Frog.
Yeah, I mean, I think the coverage ng ating screen is maybe a bit too much kasi at that last fight, two players were basically seeing nothing, and we kind of saw their point of view, and it's kind of hard to aim, and you can only see yung gitna ng screen mo, no? So I think Young is gonna be quite the priority para sa mga teams natin. And the thing is with that ability, siguro guaranteed kaya tang makaka-spend ng isang dash at least dito sa kalaban. So they're gonna be one dash down pagdating dito sa fight natin, and that's not gonna be good news, especially for teams trying to survive a fight.
Yeah, speaking of dash, most of the utilities from other players, especially kay Young, ay pinapair up dito ng isang ulti from Snail and the EMP from a Cypher. So that dash is already nullified, and they can't even see where you can destroy the TMP. So that, you know, utility from Young is so overpowered right now. And nawawala siguro yung from other players dito, or for other na agents or heroes, which is probably Lucinda, or most of the time nakikita ko na pinipair dito, which is probably the healer. Yeah. No. Yung natatanggal pala. Yung natatanggal.
Sienna.
Which, si Sienna. Because of that heal na, I don't know if it's a revamp or even a nerf. Pero, you know, hindi na siya, hindi na worldwide. So, I guess that
for sure.
somehow differs.
Yeah. I mean, it's a good balance change siguro. Para dito kay Sienna kasi basically had the second life going into every fight, no? And every team has to guarantee yung kanilang mga kills dito in order to get back dito sa ating game and not start even to revive that. So it's a good change para dito kay Sienna, and we're gonna see maybe a lot maybe other healers dito sa game natin. But it really kind of depends, no, especially with the Young being so high priority. Feeling ko talaga na you're gonna need a whole lot of capturers siguro, no, para i-complement itong Young natin. And yun nga, that's just like examples we just gave earlier with the Cypher and with itong Lucinda natin. There's a lot of options na pwede nilang kunin ngayon.
Yeah, because yun nga, yung kay Ember naman kasi that vision erosion is nade-destroy. And you need a range, or you need to be in the gunfight rather than you can play back and, you know, technically flash your people or your enemies. So yun yung nabibigay ng Young that Ember cannot bring to the table. Kaya siya rin yung napapalitan dito, which we can see as Young can provide info or information, and also one that can blind. So ano siya, wombo combo talaga para sa kanya. Kasi yung kay Ember, nanonolify lang dito yung vision. Kahit sabi mo nakikita mo siya, yung teammates mo rin pag nasa loob ng...
Yeah. And ayun nga, no, especially with Young's ultimate na nakita natin kanina, can be comboed really well, no, with some of these players. And especially Ember, with how hard it is to kill yung kanyang orb, especially pagdating din sa mobile. I think it's not gonna be really good for most of the teams to enter itong fight, especially with an Ember instantly just dropping down yung kanyang ultimate dito, and especially if Cypher is on the same team, then that's gonna be very deadly combination. But now we are gonna see the drops dito sa game natin, and yeah, lots of south drops for sure.
Hindi ko alam kung lots of south traps o wala ata yung mga players dito, pero I guess we're good. Just a little bit of technical difficulties, pero I guess Squad 12 and Squad 1 are going to occupy Carnival dito. Minsan lang talaga tayo makakita ng players dropping at the heart of Sunset City dahil mahirap mag-mobilize or mag-rotate from this literally at the center of the map, because the only place that you can go that is, you know, that can provide shield XP is going to be Nova Planetarium, and most of the time may tao doon coming from the northern side, which is the Iris Ranch and yung Power Tree. Pero mukhang dito, Pau 2K na naman nang namatay agad dito for the side of Naos. That's the second time in a row. Pero I guess Kuzmad would fall down as well. So dalawa na lang dito, and respawn capsulers are going to be popped for them dito.
Yeah, and it seems like Naos already down a member in this game. Kuzmad gonna be back with the revive though, pero Mad Rabbit pa lang ang kanyang barrel. He needs to get an instant upgrade before the other team can capitalize dito, no, which is itong VVXE. But they only have 2 members left alive. Bert gonna take advantage of this dead Naos member trying to get some loot up. Pero AK-47 Uzi, but already down the member. Mare-revive kaya nila yung number 2 player nila dito.
They still have time. Pero yun nga, dalawang squads ang nandito, and mukhang PRHS going here at the platform. Tawag namin dito Mushroom, tinalikuran dito si Kina, but he doesn't know meron pa ata dito sa likod, so he needs to jump pad out of his way, and I guess that is the backup that you need. Kahit naman na down dito si Cloudy, ay nag-ultimate na dito si Jesse Dash and throwing the jump pad, trying to reposition himself out. Kahit na-scan siya dito, that is already a good thing for them. Not in the sight of things as Iya with 3 shots by Chebs. Kanina nasa taas lang yan ng Todd Satrad, pero ngayon tatry pa rin i-revive. Iya going up against, and that Young utility pero you know, right in front of them, Jesse Dash mong babalikan dito, babawian. Sneaky Frog, he doesn't know where the other players are. Right in front, that is a fast kill though.
That AK power once again coming into fruition para sa side ng PRHS. And yeah, just a redrop galing sa kanyang teammate dito, not much of a problem. And even the finish for this one member He is just gonna go down. Easy lootings para sa side ng PRHS so far. Pero iba na ba yung pupuntahan dito ng ating XIT or XTIM squad? I think a different idea para sa kanila dito.
Right at the other side of Carnegie. Pero Naos dito, nabawasan na ng isa. So, mas pipiliin na lang magtago. And this is the Novatarium people going south and going inside
scan.
Carnival. Oo nga, nakapag-scan na sila dito. Pero right at the top, Northern West, XBPZ. Mukhang gugustuhin makipaglaban dito. Pero hindi nila alam, may isa pang squad sila dito nakatabi. And that is a run for them. As Kong, na-sight na siya dito. Jupiter na medyo malayo-layo nga. Na naka 2 times I guess. So, they just need to fight it out. Wait lang naman.
Yeah, meron pa naman silang baril. Meron pa naman silang mga gap closers dito with these vehicles. So, pwede pa naman sila makapasok. But they have to be careful about those initial shots. Pero pumasok na nga yung Spider plus the dash coming in. The Cypher plus the Lucinda ult combination sa gitna ng kawalan ng Naos. Right on top of
Ang ganda ng wifi.
Yeah. Hello?
Hello? Nawala ata ang ating laro. Ako rin nawala. Well, I guess nawawala na ata tayo dito ng konting, you know, gameplay because of internet here in the Philippines. Pero mukhang pipilitin ata ng ating mga players dito. Scouting dito na kung may players ba, kung may chance ang hindi mag-mannequin challenge dito. Uy! Naos na buhay!
Choco, it's
Pero-
it's like that one movie where they stare at the sun, man.
Pero I guess Nikki, they now know
Ay,
how
ay,
the
ay.
power of lag dito sa Philippines.
And these are back though. That's the important
Yeah,
part.
these were back.
And everyone's dying. Everyone is dying, unfortunately. Pero Page, everyone's podding. Circle already kind of hurts, but we're gonna have a fight anyways. Just mahulog dito for the side of Vici. Gavin gonna get a purple and a whole lot of loot. Maybe he's gonna upgrade itong Bad Rabbit natin. Maybe to a White Dwarf.
Kahit naman kasing na-nerf dito ang White Wire for a little bit, but I guess that is still a viable SMG
You put
dito.
a White Dwarf on a Cypher, bro.
Oh
Grabe.
no,
That thing
deadly.
you have no reload whatsoever.
Mm-mm.
And it feels like yung old NKR dito at this point.
Speaking of MKR, everyone just spec that in Maggie as well. Kahit napakadaya talaga ng
Yeah, I think-
unlimited
Ang tawag
unlimited
dito- ang
bullet.
tawag dito sa sentence na yun, his downfall was exaggerated. I admit
No.
that I was one of the people na kind of preached na this character is dead, pero hindi pala.
I guess everyone's dead nga. Everyone's dead. MKR was dead. Not everyone. MKR became non-existent for some time. They tried to put it into the meta, you know, because of his ultimate. Kahit sabi mong i-buff siya ng i-buff, especially that, you know, the tactical skill na throwing out some missiles, it's still not that effective compared to other scanners, which nakita na natin si Yong na is going to be one of the more viable scouts here in this game.
Yeah, for sure. Pero it also provides a really good escape option no, para sa mga teams natin just in case that they do want to get away from a fight. And of course, with that option, pwede mo lang ibaba yung ultimate and everyone can just press at their own timing. You know, MKR provides a lot of options para sa mga teams natin na makatakas dito. And especially, they finally fixed his missiles, man. And they're actually usable this time. And ayun nga, yeah, this feels like MKR just a whole nother character, no, compared to what he started with dito sa Farlight.
Nakita natin yung fatal volley niya dati na ginagamit as the ultimate, but it became a tactical. It became just a skill for him. I guess yun talaga yung naging pahirap sa kanya, that was not even usable at some point early on from the game. Kahit naman na-buff siya ngayon, you can't see him in a lot of pro scrimmages or in the pro tournaments as well. Dahil nakikita nga natin that the re-emergence of Young as the substitute for that scout is going to be one of the premier heroes in this meta.
And yeah, I think we're just gonna throw it into a quick break. But guys, do not go anywhere. When we come back, more Farlight action coming at you.
Next is right here. It was, again, a multi-stack on the A side, which looked good for Oasis, but a couple of seconds have passed. Hold on! Nexi!
Busted by Naos, but right behind you around messing something at your back.
Gets it halfway, but turns around the wrong side. Sets to rep. And Naos now walking into it. Trying to hold it. Gets the whooping!
Okay, we are back from the second game. Off stream siya dito ng konti, Sneaky Frog. But you can see OBXE from an unfortunate gameplay from the last game. Eh, ngayon bumawi. Nakita nga natin that they went and got the first win from the second game for this night na para sa kanila dito.
Yes, and it seems like a bit of catch up happening from some of the other teams na is still trying to go back into this game. Interestingly, though, NUXL second place with a duo. You don't see that a lot, especially with how good the teams are going into this scrims. Pero they somehow survive it all the way in towards second place. But we do have 4, 5, 6, 7, which is not too good of a placing para sa side ng NCG, who did
Yeah.
have a really good start dito sa start ng ating scrims, man.
Speaking of not having a good start, Vici kanina naka-top 2 dito, pero ngayon pangalawa sila dito from the bottom of the pack, and you can see Naos also right in the below average here in the standing. So hindi sila masyado nag-pop off unlike the first game, but it's still a very nice try for them kasi nakita nga natin that this lobby is packed with a lot of players that can handle themselves and even go up against and win some of the gunfights right
Mhm.
now.
For sure, for sure. Pero yun nga, I think we're just gonna send it on over dito sa ating game number 3 very, very soon after this short break. But guys, do not go anywhere. When we come back, mas madami pang Farlight action ang parating para sa inyo. Pero yeah, we'll be right back.
side, which looks good for Oasis, but a couple of seconds have passed. Hold on, next save.
Boxed it by Naos, but right behind the round, amazing stuff. I think you're
Gets it halfway, but turns around the wrong side, sets to wreck. Now walking into it, trying to hold it. Get the weapon.
It's the return of Farlight 84 Scrimmages for the mobile version. And early on, we saw a very, peculiar type of a game. Kung saan lahat ay nag-freeze up and doing the mannequin challenge. But we saw how the different teams actually prevailing. And we saw the previous teams from other weeks na we expected to win from this game ay medyo nag-fall off a bit dito, Sneaky Frog.
Yes, unfortunately for some of the teams that we usually see flourish, no? Dito sa game natin, it's not really the best of news para sa mga teams that actually did win earlier on. I think actually saw itong NCG kind of drop in ranking here. And, the rest of the squad to initially drop south earlier is not yielding the same results para dito sa game number 2 natin. But, could be another redemption para dito sa ating game number 3. It's not gonna be too hard, especially considering where the circle might end up.
Yeah. That circle is deadly. Pero yung konting patch dito na ginawa ng Farlight 84 was, trying na hindi mapunta yung circle right in the middle of those two buildings or those two infrastructures na kung saan may nagka-camp talaga sa taas, which are on the power tree and near Todd's hot rod. Yung mga taong nagka-play, using probably
Yeah, we
MK
saw it
or
earlier.
ultimate. Yeah, we saw Chibs, pero yung buti na lang yung zone was right in the middle near the motel, which napilitan talaga si Chips dito na kumuha ng loot agad-agad, or unless he will die. He died from the Nakage. So that is a good patch for Farlight 84, and hopefully mapatch din naman yung sayong, kasi we saw how it literally denied people such not even just vision, but the ability to fight against players in a fair stance. Kasi ano lang siya, that is not skill na very matagal yung duration talaga. So nakita nga natin na kahit hindi siya yung ultimate, it still is packed like one.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think the information that Young already gets now as a character is probably enough, and I think that just tries to amplify it siguro, no? I think they could have just left out itong vision denial natin and just went with whatever they had at the moment, no? So hopefully, we do see, I wouldn't say too much changes, no? Maganda naman yung concept ng kanyang skill dito, just a little bit of fine-tuning galing dito sa ating Farlight squad, pero hopefully, we do see most of the teams actually flourish as well. Hopefully, better game spam leads now because they're the boys. Pero kind of depends on how the game does play out, and if they can get yung kanilang early control dito sa may power tree, then I think they're gonna have a good time dito sa mapa natin.
Yeah, there are people here na nakikita nga natin na mega map ngayon, pero yun nga, nakita nga natin that people are actually dropping earlier sa Carnival, which is a unusual thing, kasi yun nga, as I've specified earlier, that people who drop inside of Carnival, pero mukhang ang dami kapag na-drop ngayon dito. I guess napag-usapan nila na magbakbakan agad dito. We have almost every squad trying to fight it out. This is a brawl for the ages. Walang building na walang katauhan dito. Everyone up for themselves. Already down. Si Pau na naman. 3 games in a row na siya ang unang namamatay dito. First blood kong first blood. Pero mga si Jesse Dash nabawian dito na yung force page kong with a backstab as well. Pero ito na ang makita natin, Sneaky Frog, that Carnival is full of people at hindi na nila pinapabayaan ito.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, absolutely. I think there's 4 squads actually dito sa ating Carnival side, and ngayon Naos looking for some contact here, and they do get itong si Tai Chi, and he is gonna go down immediately, no? Pero Pao is gonna go down as well. So it's a 1-for-1 so far para dito sa ating Naos squad. And Kuzma gonna go down, pero meron pa naman tayong mga respawn pod, so it's gonna be A-okay, pero they're gonna try to hunt the rest of this squad, itong squad 14. Oh, PRHS, already 2 people down. Good fights galing dito kay Kong. That Uzi really shredding through itong team PRHS natin.
Especially with a few shields pa lang naman dito, pero si Quavo nakakaramdam dito ng mga bala, and Kuzma trying to, support this player. 1 HP.
Oh,
for
pero wala
that
siyang
people.
dash paharap.
Yeah, no dash, and Kong will be able to try to revive. Pero speaking of that, 5 squad lang pala dito ang nabubuhay for this lobby, so they opted to fight it right into the Carnival. The ultimate dito for the Cypher, nullifying Naos of such mobility, pero I guess Squad 12 is chilling like a villain just outside or just on the other side of Carnival, so I guess mas mapapadali ang buhay nila once the people out here are, done fighting, kasi in your force speeds is getting
Kong's on fire.
Naka-6 na kill na siya dito agad, carrying the load for Naos, and everyone is, benefiting from Kong's, dominance here.
Yeah, they might actually get the revive as well dito sa kanilang teammate, and they can actually enter this late game with 4 people. Pero PRHS, one of the teams that had initial contact dito sa ating Naos squad, now only down to 2 members, and you can see in the background, even si Iya starting to drop down. So ito yung scraps ng ating fight kanina with 4 squads in its entirety. But here comes Squad 13 looking to collect some kills para sa kanilang points dito. Pero nandito sa gilid, nag-haway yung mga solos, and not actually a solo. PRHS having one more member pero wala yatang loot yung kanyang tropa dito. Pero Kong trying to contest control para dito sa Mushroom and he does get itong si Hamdi. Roji though with the instant reaction dito sa push ng Naos, and Naos might actually be the ones getting wiped out as PRHS is trying to push in towards them pero masasandwich ang ating PRHS squad and they are gonna be gone very very soon. Pero ito nga XPBC doing a great job controlling itong Mushroom muna and then going for the Cypher ultimate. The SMG is actually gonna help faster reload. Easy damage pero Pau2K actually getting that one. Good damage with the AK-47 plus the Invader combo. Pero Kuzman dito pa sa likod, nabuhay siya after getting down initially kanina pero good damage. Once again, Kong on fire this game. XPBC, they thought they had the upper hand pero Naos defending well dito sa building natin.
Pumapalag pa sila dito. The EMP from that Cypher, medyo hindi nga sila nakakagalaw dito. Pero Naos and XBPZ just under one roof are trying to close out this game as fast as possible. This is going to be a 1 versus 1 as 1 HP nila sila dito, and that is the win for XBPZ, denying Naos of the win. Kahit 6 lang ang squad dito, napakaraming nangyari just in that tight corner and that one building, ang daming namatay doon, many bodies piled on top of each other, and that is the win for XBPZ, and Naos denied na naman dito, naging top nga sila, pero wala.
I mean, XPBZ coming in from the backside while the rest of the teams actually, I think if I can count, that's 5 teams dito sa ating Carnival. And just going in for the very late win para dito sa ating last game for the mobile side of things. Pero ayun nga, it's quite the spectacle na nakita natin dito sa ating game.
Literally quite a spectacle kasi nakita natin how Kong was able to, try to live and drag that fight na kasama ang kanyang mga comrades which were Kuzmad and Pau2K. Kahit namatay si Pau2K, he was one of the last people alive para i-defend ang building na yon for the Naos side. But I guess XBPZ was there to, just close out and deny and exit the lobby as fast as possible because once again, that is the last game na ng mobile. But for a few minutes, we'll see the PC version naman dito, Sneefront.
Yeah, that's gonna be very exciting to say the least. Gonna be a bit different pagdating sa gameplay natin pero I think it's gonna be the same all around pagdating dito sa mga combinations. But yeah, hopefully we do see some exciting games later pagdating dito sa PC natin. So hopefully you guys stay tuned. But do not go anywhere though, guys. But when we come back, more Farlight action coming at you. See you in a bit.
club with a baddie or two. She was looking in my eyes cause she wanna be my boo. All the strippers on the floor, got me tripping in the stew. If they tryna get a bag, then they might've got the loot. Always wanna talk, but you never want the smoke. If you flashing all the guns on your life, you a joke. You a joke, never thought it, so you never ever broke. Only person on the shooter who be lacking in the soul. You a joke. her too. She was looking in my eyes cause she wanna be my boo. All these strippers on the low, got me tripping in the stew. If they tryna get a bag, then they might have got the loot. Always wanna talk, but you never want the smoke. If you flashing all the guns on your life, you a joke. You a joke, never thought it, you never ever know. I'll be pressing on the shooter who be lacking in the smoke. You a joke.
turns around around side, sends to right. And now walking into it, trying to hold it, gets the
Kami ay nagbabalik ngayon na kung saan the Farlight 84 for mobile ay nagtapos na dito at ako nga pala si Kian dito and kasama ko ngayon si Boss Sneaky Frog.
And yeah, I think we're gonna have the sets for PC this time, if I'm not mistaken. So I wouldn't say too much are gonna be changing pagdating sa mapa natin and pagdating sa playstyle ng mga players. I think it's still gonna be the exact same. Just gonna be very exciting, no, considering we still have a fair few amount of teams dito sa scrims natin.
Yeah, kasi yun nga. Pero you know, I want to rebut that a bit kasi, you know, out of all the Farlight 84 scrimmages that we've had, much more aggressive talaga ang mga PC players dito and hindi nila pinapalampas. Kahit naman sabihin mo they are mobile players are strategic for them. And I guess yung mga PC dito, hayok na yun. Kasi hindi sila yung naglalaro na nakahiga lang eh. They want to play and they are ready for this. Open pa yung PC o laptop. Yun talaga yung dedication na ginagawa nila dito. But speaking of dedication, Naos would dedicate this weekend for the upcoming weekends for October for the Dominator Valorant tournament. They have a 101,101 pesos for the prize pool and para sa mga players dyan for the Valorant scene, you are feel free to join. Links are in the description and in the Naos socials. You can join now since opening pa naman dito, di ba, direct yung ating slots for the Naos Dominator Valorant tournament. Opening, yeah, we have confirmation dito. Sabi ng ating boss direct dito, Sneaky Frog.
Yeah, and not just that, we would like to thank the other sponsors as well. Of course, we do have Mary Mart. Everything you need is right here at Mary Mart, your household essential store. Nothing can be merrier than Mary Mart. And of course, visit the marymartwholesale.com. Of course, we do want to foray itong Mary Mart natin and their products.
Yeah, speaking of we want to dominate as much as possible and you can dominate your game with #dominate with MTech. Be equipped with the best mouse and mousepad and yung mga chairs nila dito na binibigay ng ating MTech. And you can visit them mtechshop.com.
And yeah, of course, you do have Delta as well. Who doesn't like merch? Visit Delta Sportswear and order your Naos gear now at deltasportswear.com.ph, of course.
Yeah, well, right now medyo maulan-ulan. We have some rainy weather for some of the places here, for some of the regions. And if you want to stay in NCR, you can stay in a comfortable and a safe environment with Hotel 101. #stay safe and stay happy. Make a booking today at hotel101manila.com.ph.
Yeah, and yeah, it seems like we're just gonna go straight into our lobby. Of course, once it is loaded up, then we're gonna have it right on your screens. And yeah, just like you said, maybe Young gonna be a different take this time pagdating dito sa PC, considering it's gonna be a lot more accurate, no? And it seems like we really have to think about kung paano nga gamitin itong si Young at its fullest, kasi that is not a quick cooldown ang kanyang ability dito. So yeah, gonna be interesting to see kung paano magpa-pan out yung mga teams dito. Especially, I think the movement is gonna be slightly better para sa mga players. I think they can react faster dito sa mga abilities na tinatapon papunta sa kanila. But yeah, kind of just depends how teams play around this entirely new concept na nandito sa Young.
Yeah, speaking of the concept, it would be a much more micro faceted game dito, especially sa PC, kasi mas nagpo-focus na sila dito. They don't, yung misclicks, it won't happen that much for the PC side, unlike the mobile na minsan nadudulas, minsan iba yung napipindot. Pero ngayon, siguro mas magfo-focus sila in terms of how they play the game on the macro side. Hindi na sila magfo-focus more on the micro, which halata naman na doon. Pero speaking of Young, siguro nga mas magiging utilized na siya, hindi siya mas magiging utilized if they don't use him correctly, that we've seen for the past few games sa mobile. Maybe we can see a bit of meta changing sila dito, pero since it is a scrimmage lang naman, they want to experiment as much as possible on how players or how the enemies play and how they want to incorporate their own style of game plan as well. Nakita nga natin dito sa ating mega map, wala atang gumagalaw. Sabi ata ng ating direct dito na stop in the name of the game. So Farlight muna dito, Sneaky Frog. Wala atang nagalaw.
Oh. Everyone's just in the air. There it goes. A wild flock of capsulers has come in.
Anong nangyari dito? Bakit ganito ang Farlight ngayong gabi? Nagtatampo ba to? Wala ata tayong magagawa. Since you can see different players just, studying, holding their sights, naglalag. I don't know if it's the side of the production or the server na mismo.
Could be both.
Could be both.
Could be just the
Kasi-
server, in all honesty. Maybe it is the how would you say this? Sometimes the observers just do bug out and no one's really at fault. Maybe this is one of those times.
Yeah. Ako. Naos na. Kasi naririnig natin yung mga production dito na gumagalaw yung ibang mga players ata. Siguro hindi natin nakikita pero they're literally on the edges of the map. And manglilipat na sila ng lotan dito eh. Iba ata yung pupuntahan na nila with that kind of stuff. Pero I guess the decision would be made, Sneaky Frog, that a break would commence to, find out what is happening on the other side of this game. So guys, don't forget to tune in a few minutes because we are certainly going to be back.
From the club with a baddie or two. She was looking in my eyes cause she wanna be my boo. All the strippers on the floor, got me tripping to the stew. If they tryna get a bag, then they might've got the loot. Always wanna talk, but you never want the smoke. If you flashing all the guns on your life, you a joke. You a joke, never thought it, but you never ever broke. All these presents on the shooter who be lacking in the soul. You a joke.
and gentlemen, an unfortunate announcement for all the viewers and Farlight 84 aspirants right now. I guess hindi matutuloy ang ating pagka-live ng mga gameplay ngayon, pero it would happen offline and it would be off-stream dito, Sneaky Frog. And I guess that would be it for this night. But before all of that, we would want to thank our sponsors that made it happen. We have Medimart. You can never have to skip grocery time. Once again, it would be on your list at your doorstep right away with Medimart delivery. Go to medimartwholesale.com now.
Yeah, and of course we do have MTech as well. Inconsistent aim. You can't find the perfect grip. Well, MTech has you covered with MTech Levi. Dominate the competition with MTech. More information at mtechshop.com, of course.
Yeah, we want to thank Delta Sportswear for making these community nights possible. You can visit them at deltasportswear.com.ph and get your Naos merch right now with a wink, and you can see that you can have your sportswear made na agad-agad.
Yes, sir. And we do have Hotel 101 as well. Hashtag stay safe, stay happy with Hotel 101. Make a booking today at hotel101manila.com.
And before all that, yung announcement naman dito na isa, once again, the Dominator Valorant tournament with the 101,101 pesos for the prize pool ay ongoing pa rin ang ating submissions for, you know, the requirements if you want to join this big tournament, which would happen at the earliest on October 21 and 22 for the group stages. Nga naman. And if you want to join, you can join them, and the link is down in the description right now.
Yeah, and if you do want to check out our socials, it's at Sneak Forecasts on everything. So yeah, make sure to check us out.
Yeah, for me naman, my IG is actually down there, Kian the Panda. And if you want to get my page, it is titled Kian Casts. Wala pa naman ata akong ano dito eh. Wala pa akong tournaments that I would cast. Pero if you want to tag me in, maybe you can get me down. And, you know, get that right now.
And yeah, I think that is pretty much it for the Farlight 84